And here's the man himself. Hello, Callum. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm good, mate. Yourself?
I'm fine, thank you. I hope you didn't have any trouble finding Banter. I mean, it's a big castle on the hill. You can hardly really miss it. But I hope the guards didn't give him trouble getting in, thinking that there's a Viking trying to raid the place or something. And I hope he was all right.
It was a warm reception.
Oh, that's brilliant. So you have the company called the Bald Viking, as we can see from the logo. And just looking at that logo, that is pretty much the same as that, just without skin on it. So I mean, I don't know how you managed to get the engraving on your skull and not have it on your skin there. That's amazing. So first off, kudos to you for that. That's a cool enough logo. And we might as well start with the company. The name is kind of obvious. Looking at you, looking at that. Do you know what I mean? We can come with that. But when did you start the company itself, and what spurred you to bring it on, shall we say?
So it was 2019 May. I started. I had a beard for I think it was about a year and a half, maybe 2 years.
Okay.
Only a little sort of dainty beard. I didn't know how big the beard product scene was, and I wanted some beard products, so I did a little Google, found a small company. I can't even remember the name now. Tried them. I had them for a little while, but I was getting bored of the scents, and there wasn't really much that I liked too much. And one day I just thought, I wonder if I can do it, make my own, and so I did.
And so you
Here I am.
As far as I'm aware, you got 6 scent profiles. You're doing the beard oils and what you called a hard
Heavy
butter. But what would you say is the difference between your butter and others? Why is yours a hard butter?
So the heavy butter.
Heavy.
It's pretty much the same as the reason why I started the Bald Viking. I got bored of the same old shit, so to speak. All the butters I was trying, they were essentially like an oil, but in solid form. As soon as you rub it into your hands, it's basically an oil again. It wasn't really doing the same. Well, it was doing the same as an oil. It wasn't really doing much for me. I always use sort of balms and butters, balms and oils together.
Yeah.
And then I thought, I preferred butters. I preferred the ingredients that were in the butters. I didn't like using too much wax, so I thought I'd make something that could give you the hold, help you style it, and would last all day without having to reapply it. Trial and error, I came up with heavy butter.
You took in the best of the both worlds there, the oil and the balm, and sticking it. That's what the butter's kind of. That's where they go. They're between the two. But what you're saying is you've got a little bit more hold on there to make it more balm-like than
yeah, it actually holds better than quite a lot of balms you'll find out there. And it has no wax in it. It's literally just butters and oils in there.
So you've got 6 profile scents. Are they all scented, or have you got like an unscented one as well?
They're all scented, yeah.
Right. So, top of your head, can you remember what you've got? Just the names of them, nothing else. Just the names of the profiles.
Yeah. First one I brought out, I'll do it in order, was the Forest of Valhalla.
Yes.
Then it was the Shield Maiden. Then the Berserkers Rage, Winter in the Longhouse, Yggdrasil, and the Longbow.
Right. See, and of them, the only one you could kind of guess on would be the forest one, which you'd assume is a kind of either a piney or a wood sort of scent.
Yeah.
Is that correct, or what's the scent in that? Let's break them down then. What's your base ingredients through all of them? Because we always have the base ingredients in the oils. What's the base ingredients there?
The base ingredients is lovely and simple. Is castor oil and sweet almond oil.
So you've got the oils and the heavy butters. How much you put in mouthful? We'll start with the oils first. How much you get, and how much does it cost per bottle?
So the oils come in 50ml bottles, and they are £13.99.
So that's a big bottle, really. 50ml.
It's a big bottle.
Yeah, and they are £13.99. Did you say?
Yeah.
And what about the heavy butters?
Heavy butters are 60ml, and they are £18.99.
Is it a tin or a bottle? Like a jar?
Yeah, it's a tin. Yeah, quite a thick tin, and because it's because of what it is, heavy butter, you don't need a lot of it, so it lasts a lot. It's not like the sort of thin whipped butters that just you can go through a pot in a week.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Nice.
It lasts a while.
So we'll go back to, what was your first one again, buddy? In the scent?
The Forest of Valhalla.
Forest of Valhalla. So what's the scent profile of that?
That is cedarwood, sweet orange, and black pepper.
Oh, that's a nice little mix there. It's a bit different as well. It's not your kind of normal mix, is it really?
No, with the cedarwood and sweet orange, I think can be quite common, but chucking in the black pepper, it changed it around a bit.
That sounds good. So that was your first one. What was the second? Let's go through all of them then. Second one.
Yeah. Second one was the Shield Maiden, and that is patchouli, bergamot, and lime. So it's earthy with a nice citrus twist in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
The
Third.
Berserkers Rage is neroli, mandarin, and lemon.
This is the
So
one I've read and I like the sound of myself. I do fancy
it's,
giving
I
it a
think
read.
it's probably, I'd have to double check, but I think it's my best seller.
Right.
It's very
Okay.
floral with the citrus in there as well. Lovely
Yes.
scent, especially for summer.
Yes. It
Uh,
sounds like a summer scent.
Next up was Winter in the Longhouse. That, as you can imagine, directed more towards winter, but
Yeah.
still beautiful all year round. Definitely my favourite scent. It's ginger, frankincense, and sage.
Okay. So it's almost like you could say this time of year, so like a Christmassy scent as well with the
Yeah,
ginger and frankincense in there.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
Nice one. So
Uh,
fifth one.
Yggdrasil being the world tree, it is cypress and pettigrain, which
Okay.
are cypress is a type of wood. Pettigrain, it's a difficult one to explain where it's from, but it smells woody, and they're mixed with black pepper as well.
So what's the sixth one that you've got then?
The longboat, that is peppermint, spearmint, and pine.
Okay.
Very, very fresh, very different from the others.
So Callum, where do you do your most promoting or the most sales? Is it through Facebook, Instagram, YouTube? But
Everything, the way I promote it's just all through Instagram, really. Instagram links to my Facebook, so it just posts there. I don't really post on Facebook on its own. It's more
okay,
just through Instagram.
right. And where can people find you on Instagram? What's the link?
It's at the Bald Viking Beard Company.
At the Bald Viking Beard Company. So go and check it out and let us know what you think. So Callum, let's ask you a few questions, and I've got a few quick fire questions. We'll go off on there. Of the six, I know you said the most popular is. Did you say the Berserker?
Yeah, Berserk.
Right.
Can't
But
speak now.
what's your
Berserkers Rage.
favourite?
My favourite is it's Winter in the Longhouse.
Right. That's what I wanted to know because I'm glad you said that. It's different to because you could just say, oh yeah, it's what everyone likes. What's blah blah blah. I'll go with a public vote, but no, yours is Winter in the Longhouse. Great names as well for these. Obviously, you've linked it into the Viking theme, but you've got some good names of it. It's like with the long. What's the longboat one called?
Yeah, the longboat,
The
peppermint,
longboat.
spearmint, and pine.
Peppermint, spearmint, and pine. It kind of just give you that sea feel. That seafarers feel. The idea of them scents with the pine of the wood of the longboat, and you got like the peppermint and spearmint, and I don't know, just give you that kind of sea wispy,
Well, the
salty air.
inspiration from that. Have you ever been to Iceland by any chance?
I've not known, unfortunately.
So in Reykjavik, the capital of Iceland, they've got
Yeah.
a sculpture on the edge of the city overlooking the Greenland Sea, and it's called the Sun Voyager. It's a metal sculpture of a Viking longboat.
Okay.
When I was there in 2016, I fell in love with it. Just being there on the edge of the city, the sea out in front of you, the boat there, and how fresh and cold it was as well. That's what inspired the scent and the peppermint and spearmint, and then try to bring in some pine for the longboat as well. Traditionally being made of pine.
Have they all got themes, and have you all kind of sprung to you inspirationally by looking at things like the Sun Voyager image, or is it just particular that one that kind of?
That one, I'd say, that one's the one that's inspired by a real life place, a place
events, yeah.
like personal inspiration.
Yeah.
The others, I got this idea in my head, built a bit of a story around it, and then put that story into a scent, and it gave the scent a name.
Well, how did you come up with the sense for the Berserker? What made them put them together?
So I wanted to do something around Berserkers with Berserker in the name, and traditionally, well, way back when, in the Viking Age, Berserkers were they were mental, mate. They're absolutely mental.
Yeah.
I've got a little. If you look at the on my website where I've got the Berserkers Rage, you'll see in the description I've got a little story, a little write up, and they basically, when they went into battle, they would use these hallucinogenic plants and flowers, get themselves into like a trance, and then they would strip naked, and then they just run into battle, bollock naked, stuff flying everywhere, absolutely off their tits. And I thought it was absolutely brilliant. So I wanted to try and bottle what I imagined those hallucinogenic plants would be like. So with the floral and the citrus, so that's where that comes from.
fair enough. And that's obviously that's where we get someone. Oh, it's going berserk him, and that's where it all comes from. That the berserker, the Viking berserker, going crazy. That's where we get that common phrase from today. So then, we've got all your scents. We've got your favourite one. And what I want to know is, and it's not about the scent here. This is about what you need in your beard. So you've come to Banter Towers just before you leave. One of the guards sees you and think, what's this Viking doing in here? He's trying to raid the place, and he's pulled the lever, sent you down the hatch into Banter Towers dungeon. And I've gone, it's Christmas, so I've gone to see the family. Lord Banter lets me out now and again. Christmas time, yeah. Gone to see the family for 2 weeks. So you're going to be down there. Someone's going to feed you, don't worry. There's a chef and all that. You'll be looked after that way. But you can only have one beard product with you. So which one are you taking?
Butter.
Butter all day.
Yeah.
Your heavy butter.
My heavy butter.
Okay, and it's going to be. Let's say you don't know how long you're going to be down there for. So it's going to be a scent that you're going to have day in, day out, and you may get fed up with it. Which one are you going to take?
Still be winter in the Longhouse.
Would it? You don't reckon you get fed up of it after a length of time?
Being down in a dungeon, winter in the Longhouse is, it'll be reminiscent of a nice warm hearth and
fantastic,
nice food, a big old feast.
I like it. The scent's going to take you out beyond the confines of the cell. It's going to take you out into.
It'll let my imagination run wild in the dungeon.
Yes, fantastic, mate. I love it. I'm assuming you sell merch. Do you sell hats, t-shirts, as well?
I don't sell t-shirts. This is actually I ordered this from a company called, I think it was Spreadshirt when I first started, and after the first wash, it started to rub off. So now it says the Bald Viking Art Company. Great quality. So yeah, I won't be selling them. The merch I've got at the moment, I've got beanies, lovely grey beanies, like a cable knit pattern, and they're embroidered with the name. The logo is too difficult to embroider when it's small, so just got the name on these. I've got brushes as well that have got the logo engraved, and then some combs with the name on them as well.
I do like the comb. It's got a little finger hole on the comb, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Put your finger through it, yeah.
Spin it around like a cowboy. I will be doing hoodies and t-shirts soon.
It's always about hoodies. Is there anything else you can tell? I mean, I know there may be a few things he's trying to keep under your hat, as it were.
Yeah, I'm looking at getting balms out. I've got the heavy butters, but I want to do stronghold balms that would be used alongside oils.
Okay.
So butter could be the standalone product, and then use the oil for the moisturizer. But the balm would still moisturise as well, but it will give a proper stronghold and for windy days and things like that. I also want to do a couple of limited, or a few maybe limited edition scents that I'll bring out sort of staggered throughout the year. I won't disclose anything on those scents, but once I've got the balms going, I'll then do them as a set of oil, butter and balm. The hoodies, I can pretty much get done whenever I need to, really. I'd like to have them by March, I'd say.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised because you're in the sort of perfect weather for hoodies now. We're in the winter time, so you need to get them out pretty. I would have said you need to get them out pretty sharp, basically.
Do the t-shirts first, bring the hoodies out later on in the year.
Yeah, fair enough. And so let's go to the sleeve there. I can see I've got a good sleeve on me, and it looks like you've got one there. What's it called? I assume that's all Vikings as well, isn't it?
It's not. It's actually Batman.
Right.
So it's not finished. It's not finished. I ran out of money a few years ago, and I haven't been able to do it. But it's all full on Batman.
Right, Heath Ledger Joker.
Yeah, man. Got Harley in there.
Harley Quinn, nice one.
I've got Batman.
Yes.
Won't get the angle. There we go. And then on the back, can't really see it too well.
Oh, Bane.
Stand up.
Yes, I can see Bane there. I do like your little logo thing. It's pretty cool, and I am quite surprised at how much it looks like you. Who designed that for you, or did you do it yourself?
No, it was a friend of mine. She is Laura. If you're watching it, I do apologise. I want to say an illustrator, something along those lines. I'm not too in with those technical terms there. She's fantastic at drawing, motion. I want to say capture, maybe animation. But I asked her if she could design it for me. So given that she knew, I told her what I wanted. I said, like me, big skull. I've got a big old head, ginger beard. So she sort of shaped it like mine, and I don't know. She's done the actual skull like mine, but it's got the dents in the skull like I do here. So she's done a bloody good job.
Yeah, you can see. That's what I'm saying. You can see. It looks. I'd say it definitely looks like you. She's done a fantastic job. You could do with possibly a link so she can help me, bring this up to date. And well, not that. I like this one. Lord Banter's fine, but that one needs a bit of an update. So, Laura, you're the next one on the list. No, she's done a good job there, buddy. You should be quite proud of what you've got. And your website as well. It does look quite nice, and all the photographs on there. Who's done the photographs on them? Because they do look quite professionally taken.
All, every photo that you see on Instagram is all mine. Apart from there was a guy, I can't remember his name. He had a different account at one point. I think it was at Skull and Axes, or at Skull and Axes photo. He basically asked me if I could help out. He wanted to get some photography sort of skill, I think, like build up a bit of a portfolio. So he said, if you send me your products, I'll send you back good pictures in return. So I sent him a couple of things. So there's a couple of photos on my website, and you might see it every now and then posted on my Instagram from him. But the rest of it, it's all just me and trusty old iPhone.
Can't beat an iPhone, can you? Do you know what I mean? Quality's getting great on them.
Yeah, it's getting really good.
We know your face now. We know your mug. We know your look-alike down here as well. We hope to see a lot more of you, buddy. But you look beautiful today, mate. Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Excellent. And I'll see you soon, buddy. Everyone out there, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you again. Toodles. Give them a wave.